Hello everyone, welcome to PREETBOND. And this is Preeti. I tell stories which shaped our generation in the Indian subcontinent. Let's tell about Shivaji, the ruler of Maratha era, which the future generation continue to inspire. In 19 February 1610 at Shivaneri, Maharashtra, the couple named Shaji and Jijabai was blessed with a healthy baby boy. From the hundreds and millions of years, the Marathas was under the rule from Mughals of Delhi to the Negro coastals of Johan. Inside the fortress, Jijabai named the infant Shivaji after their goddess Shivai. Many times later, Shaji took Shivaji to Bijapur and placed him under a great teacher, Dajaji Kondio. He learned to read and learn and archery along with ride. However, Shivaji had a doubt and asked his mentor why his father is away from him and family. Therefore, his mentor replied that he was a warrior and always on a warfield and a battlefield. Later, Jijabai narrated him stories from great epics, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. He asked, "What is duty?" She replied that duty is for people and for selves, so we should for against the foreign rulers. Meanwhile, Jijabai was worried that her son was troubled. At Bijapur, the king of Sultan made Shivaji's mentor Dadaji as the collector of Pune. The king was ordered him to take his student and mother with him. Likewise, across Maharashtra, and altogether, Shivaji explored like a prince. At Pune, he made friends with sharp-minded, sturdy boys playing mock battles. All through Shivaji marched to expand his kingdom, Dadaji ignored his fact. Slowly, Shivaji conquered his first fort, Torna. Jijabai blessed his efforts. On the other hand, Shivaji's adventures are not Sultan. Shivaji's attacked and defeated them. After Sultan learnt his lesson, he ordered to free Shaji, his father. When Sultan of Bijapur, Afghan Khan, has started a large army, swooped on towns and villages, spreading terror and ruin. At 1650, the hurted Shivaji retreated to Pratapgarh fort. Then he was in a doubt that the Afghan Khan would arrest or kill him. After Afzal Khan won armor, that is Bhagnak, beneath his clothes, he, the dagger fell towards Shivaji and defeated Bijapur Sultanate forces. In 1660, Shivaji's army expanded towards Konkan coast and Kolhapur. He defeated Bijapuri army and seized Manada fort. At Pavankin, Shivaji's rival cavalry, Maratha Darbar, Baji Prabhu Deshmanya of Bandal Deshmukh ensured a battle, signaled a safety on reach on the evening of 22nd September 1660. At 1664, Shivaji sacked the port city of Surat, and by 1665, he conducted a naval raid on Portuguese held Basrur in today's Karnataka. At last, Shivaji and his son Sambhaji left for Darbar of Agra with mixed feelings in the time on Agra. The emperor openly insulted Shivaji as he, the Shivaji, rushed in a rage. On behalf of him, his son Sambhaji Maharaj received a honor. Shivaji's doubt became very stronger and escaped for a Maratha empire in a fruit basket. Shivaji disguised as a priest and reached home safely. Later, he crowned as a king along with mother Jijabai and son Sambhaji Maharaj in Raigad. After 1670, Shivaji.
In this module, you will learn about the Maratha War of Independence. The Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb invaded the Deccan after the death of Shivaji Maharaj. In defense of the Swaraj, the Marathas fought fiercely under the leadership of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, and Maharani Tarabai. This fight against the Mughals by the Marathas for their independence is called the Maratha War of Independence. Shivaji Maharaj became the Chhatrapati after Shivaji Maharaj. At this time, the Marathas were struggling against the Mughals. The son of Aurangzeb, Prince Akbar, rebelled against his father, but Aurangzeb crushed his rebellion. Akbar took shelter with Shivaji Maharaj, and so to vanquish Akbar, Aurangzeb came to the Deccan in 1682 AD. Apart from Aurangzeb and his huge and powerful army, the Siddhi of Janjira, on being asked by Aurangzeb, undertook an expedition against the Marathas. The Portuguese also allied with Aurangzeb, and Shivaji had to face many adversaries simultaneously. The Siddhi of Janjira harassed the Maratha people, so Shivaji opened a campaign against him. With their artillery, the Marathas laid siege to Siddhi's fort of Dandarajpuri and battered his fort of Janjira. But Shivaji was forced to abandon the Janjira campaign when the Mughal army invaded the Swaraj. The Mughal emperor and the Portuguese of Goa joined hands against Shivaji Maharaj. Maharaj attacked the Portuguese port of Chaul, and the Portuguese laid siege to the Maratha fort of Fonda on the Goa border. The Marathas broke through the siege and attacked Goa. The Portuguese were in trouble, but then the Mughals invaded South Konkan, and Shivaji had to abandon the nearly achieved conquest of Goa to confront the Mughals. When Aurangzeb did not succeed in his campaign against the Marathas, he turned his attention to the Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi kingdoms and conquered them. With the wealth and army of the Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi kingdoms, the Mughal position strengthened. Aurangzeb concentrated all his might on the Marathas and attacked them from all sides. Many Maratha generals like Hambira Mohite was killed in encounters with the Mughals, and Shivaji Maharaj's military strength weakened. Mukarrab Khan was in charge of the Kolhapur province. When Shivaji was at Sangameshwar in Konkan, he raided the place and captured Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj was brutally put to death on 11th March 1689 by the order of the emperor. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj faced death bravely and with self-respect. Shivaji Maharaj wrote the Buddha Bhushan, a book in Sanskrit on polity. Under the most adverse circumstances, Shivaji fought the Mughals for 9 years. The death of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj made Aurangzeb hopeful on finally conquering the Maratha kingdom. The death of Shivaji incited the Marathas greatly. The Marathas readied themselves to fight against the Mughals and put Raja Ram Maharaj, Shivaji's brother, on the throne. Zulfikar Khan was sent by Aurangzeb to besiege Raigad. Raja Ram Maharaj, his wife Maharani Tarabai, Shivaji's wife Maharani Yesubai, and son Shahu were in the Raigad fort. It was deemed unsafe for the royal family to stay together, so Raja Ram Maharaj decided to escape from Raigad to Jinji. The leadership of Raigad was handed over to Maharani Yesubai. Raja Ram Maharaj escaped from the besieged Raigad fort on 5th April 1689 and headed towards Jinji, presently in Tamil Nadu, in the south. The fort of Jinji was impregnable and difficult for the Mughals to capture. Raja Ram reached Jinji with a few of his trusted men like Pralhad Nirji, Khando Ballai, and Rupaji Bhosle. The Maratha War of Independence had thus spread over an extensive area and also reached Jinji. Raja Ram had assigned the duty of fighting the Mughals to Ramchandra Pant Amtaya, Shankaraji Narayan Sachiv, Santaji Ghorpade, and Dhanaji Jadhav before leaving for Jinji. The Mughals captured Raigad in November 1689 and put Maharani Yesubai and Shahu under arrest. The situation was critical for the Marathas as Aurangzeb was also trying to entice the Maratha Sardars to his side by promising them Vatan Sand Jagirs. To thwart the Mughals' plan, Raja Ram used the same tactics and promised that the Maratha Sardars who could capture the Mughal territories could make it their Jagir. Due to this, many capable Sardars came forward and started invading Mughal territories and defeating Mughal generals with vigor. Santaji and Dhanaji were forefront in this action, and their surprise attacks and guerrilla tactics rendered the enormous war material and artillery of the Mughals useless. The Mughals were at their wits' end, and during one surprise attack, Santaji Ghorpade and Vithoji Chavan cut and carried away the golden pinnacle of the emperor's tent. After capturing Raigad, the emperor sent Zulfikar Khan to capture Jinji. He laid siege to the fort of Jinji, and the Marathas fought bravely. The fight went on for 8 years, and Santaji and Dhanaji attacked the Mughal forces from outside. After Rajaram Maharaj escaped from the siege, Zulfikar Khan captured the fort of Jinji. When Rajaram returned to Maharashtra, the Maratha activities in the area accelerated, and they attacked the Mughal regions of Khandesh, Varhad, and Baglan. After a short illness, Rajaram Maharaj died at Sinhgarh in March 1700. After the death of Rajaram Maharaj, Aurangzeb assumed that the Maratha would become weak and be easily defeated. But his wife Maharani Tarabai continued the Maratha War of Independence with determination. She was assisted by many capable Sardars. While Khande Rao Dabade defeated the Mughals and conquered Ahmedabad, Nemaji Shinde crossed the Narmada River and penetrated into Malwa. The Mughal-Maratha conflict continued for 25 years and ended only after the death of Aurangzeb in Ahmednagar in 1707. The Mughals had failed to subdue the Marathas, and their imperialistic greed was defeated by the Maratha love for freedom. Let us now recap all the important points that we have covered in this module on the Maratha War of Independence.
And with unknown cause and died. Hope so you all enjoyed the story. and do not hesitate to subscribe and hit a bell icon for more stories. Thank you.